Tut and the Tourists. The Outlook, January 28, 1925. The Tutankhamun tourist season is about to open at Luxor. The attractions offered are great, and the lateness of the invitation to tourists has been unavoidable, say the managers. In addition to the usual obstacle of tropical heat, there has been an even more serious difficulty in the quarrels and litigations among the owners and the managers of this pleasure area. It will be remembered that Mr. Howard Carter, who was at the head of Lord Carnarvon's exploration in Egypt, was unable after Lord Carnarvon's death to maintain agreeable relations with the government of Egypt, which has the courts in its favor and owns the tomb. At all events, Mr. Carter found that the obstacles put in his path were so great that he could not proceed with any degree of satisfaction to his own feeling of what was right and desirable. A long interval has been occupied with litigations and negotiations. A recent decision by the Egyptian courts led to the cancellation of the contract originally made with Lord Carnarvon. Nothing seemed left for Mr. Carter other than either to abandon his work, and there is no one living nearly so well qualified as he to do this work, or to accept the terms offered by the Egyptian government. The matters in dispute are not entirely clear. Mr. Carter charged the Public Works Department with putting all sorts of restrictions on him, and with being exceedingly discourteous. He thinks that the methods of giving out news and pictures through one newspaper combination and of admissions to the tomb were unfair to the public. There was also a question as to the disposition of the works of art and historic interest discovered and to be discovered. Now work will begin at once. Hordes of American and other travelers are already centering on the spot where Tutankhamun has been in repose for over 30 centuries, and upon whose mummy the eyes of man have not even yet rested. There remain the exciting and solemn duty of opening the mummy case within the sarcophagus. The lid of the latter has already been lifted. And the solution, among other things, of the questions whether Tutankhamun died a beardless boy or a young man, whether he was slain in battle or died of disease, and whether there were buried with him treasures of jewels, precious relics, and papyri containing historical records. The short season of searching and discovery now left will have an element of suspense and curiosity, almost if not quite equal to that of the earlier days of this famous discovery by Lord Carnarvon and Mr. Carter. The first volume of what might be called an ancient serial story has been excellently told by Mr. Carter. The second volume, bringing the story down to the opening of the sepulchral chamber, should be, we suppose, now about ready to be given to the public. The events of the next few months will provide material for still a third volume.